Before we begin today's postgame press conference, we ask that everyone please mute your mics and use the raised hand feature to ask Coach Tierney a question. Coach Tierney, before we open the floor to questions, can you please give us your thoughts following today's semifinal win over Delaware?
Yeah, fellas, I mean, listen, I probably feel much like you think I would feel. You're playing two men enter, one man leave lacrosse now, right? There's two people that enter a game and only one person can go on. We tried not to talk a whole lot about the first game. The first game we were up 10-6 and we had a bad 7 minutes and 32 seconds. We did mention it once in practice. We had a 7 minute and 32 second scrimmage and tried to play the smartest lacrosse we could. And that was really it. And then we knew that they were going to come back, right? We were up 3 at half. We knew they were going to come back. They had a hell of a third quarter and we bent, but we didn't break. And I'm so proud of so many guys. And we'll talk about them through this whole scenario. But to hold Delaware to 9 goals with the attack that they have, the players that they have, it's a pretty impressive feat on what's going on. So certainly thrilled that we get to continue, and we'll see what happens after this next game. Questions? JBD.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win. I'm excited to see you all heading to the CAA championship. You talked several times about how special this group is because you have obviously your son Ryan Tierney, but can you talk about this moment headed to the CAA championship with this group of guys?
Yeah, it's JBD, it's pretty special. It gets me choked up every time someone talks about it because we just bought 48 hours more with this group. For me, that 48 hours is like a lottery ticket, right? It's just to not have to say goodbye, to not have to do anything, and to be able to play one more game. Who knows what's going to happen? But if we win one more, then maybe we get to spend another week together, right? And so again, we're not going to concentrate a whole lot on winning on Saturday. We're going to concentrate more on spending some time together. We had a great, walk through today. We spent some quality time together in our special way of doing it. And I cherished every moment of it. And for these guys to pull through with poise and composure at the end, thrilled. Will.
Coach, Bobby Casey made a number of big saves for you in the first quarter and throughout the game. Can you just talk about his performance today and how it helped you guys to victory?
Yeah, I mean, the stat sheet says he made more saves in the first quarter than he did the rest of the game. And, I will have to go through it. Sometimes this game is back and forth. You don't know what's going on. But he had 6 big saves in that first quarter, and it ended 2-2. Right. So with that being said, you might think that it could have been 4-2 or 5-2 them without some of those saves. So Bobby helped us, and it was just a lesson to be learned that games could be won in the first quarter. And Bobby certainly did his role to keep it where it was, to give us a chance to get out in front at halftime. And again, we needed every goal to be up by 3 at half. Let's not forget, this is a powerful team. This Delaware team, they can score in bunches. We've seen that. We had front row seats the last time. We had front row seats in the third quarter again this time. They were feeling it, and our guys, awfully proud. Again, I told them, I said, you think I'm proud of you because you won. I'm proud of the way that you have responded much more than the win. The win, I get it. It'll be the headlines, things like that. It's the other stuff on how they responded and what went on today. Eddie.
Hey, Coach. So part of Casey having such a big game, huge saves early on, and then defensively, a lot of the goals that you guys gave up were harder goals. The Kurtz goal in particular, where he's diving and gets it past Bobby, is a tough one to swallow. But what did you guys do on the defensive side of things to help try and force those looks to be a little bit easier on Bobby so he can make those saves and sort of force Delaware to have to hit those types of shots that they're going to look to try to score against you guys?
Yeah, I mean, Eddie, last time we played them, 14-13 in overtime, and 12 out of their 14 goals came from their attack. So, we limited them that attack to 5 goals today, right? Kitchen had 3, Robinson had 1, and Kurtz had 1. For Robinson just to have 1 goal today, let's start with Keegan Santos, leaning on that left hand, understanding how to play a Canadian type player, knowing that could be a toe drag to a rollback and going forward. So Keegan, unbelievable job. Logan Santos had Logan Denenza had to he got the round 2 of covering Charlie Kitchen. You know, I don't know what you see from where you guys are. Charlie Kitchen is not a small human being, right? It's like trying to guard a refrigerator out there on wheels, and he's one hell of a player, right? It just he's got a lean to him that so you got to stand there and you got to absorb that lean without getting a foul. And then after you try to gather yourself after that first push, you got to somehow get your stick on his bottom hand so that he can't feed and can't shoot. And when they got a little bit tight, the ball went in his stick. Then we started to push out to try to prevent him from getting the ball a little bit and have one of their other guys make some plays. You know, Charlie, he gets Robinson's hands open. He gets Kurtz's hands open. And when we can take Charlie out a little bit, then it's a little bit different. So with that, it was a team effort, you know, and Tom Ford is in there, Dominic Pryor, Michael Altman, all the short sticks, unbelievable performance on the defensive end to hold them to 9. And then offensively, just to switch over to that side, you know, he's not in the stat sheet, but Ryan Tierney played one of the best games he probably could have played today, knowing what they were going to do. And if you guys realize it and you'll take a look at it, we scored, you know, 6 goals in the first half. Every one of them was unassisted. The reason why is we put Ryan and Owen Grant, the guy that was covering him, in a pit position where they had to make a decision. And our guys were able to get a step on their short sticks because we got them mixed up a little bit. So Ryan Tierney will not be in the stat sheet today, but he played one hell of a game. And for when your your best offensive player is willing to just do that, you got something pretty special. And then Dylan McIntosh, they put a short stick on him. They think, had a knee brace on him. Dylan McIntosh is just as fast as he was when he got here, and he's a scorer. And then certainly some of those other guys stepping up. Sterling Audrey, huge goal. Ryan Sheridan, a huge goal. And James Philbin, 2 huge goals. JBD.
Coach, can you talk about what Logan Denenza has brought since he transferred, and a solid veteran like him, especially with a play that he did towards the end of the 4th period?
Yeah, I mean, Logan and I go back a long way. He played, it's one of those questions about why is this team so special. Logan, he had a chance to, he played with Ryan on some club teams, and they're pretty close friends. So Logan and I go way back, Logan's family, and for him to be with us right now and to have a game like this, I'm so proud of him. I can't explain it. He played one of the better attackmen in the country today, and he stood strong. He did an unbelievable job. I know Charlie Kitchen had 3 and 2, but that's about as good as a job you can do on Charlie Kitchen right there. And Logan Denenza, great work. Will.
Coach, Dylan McIntosh has had his fair share of bad breaks over the years during his Hofstra career with injuries and things like that. So what does it mean for you and the team to see a guy like him step up in this big moment and really take over?
Tear-jerking, heartbreaking, and really heartwarming that what he's doing right now is unbelievable. And couldn't have happened at a better time. But, Dylan McIntosh, I want you to take this the right way. He stinks as a lacrosse player compared to what type of person he is. And I mean that with my whole heart. He's an unbelievable person. And he's getting everything that he deserves right now, because he didn't deserve some of the things that have happened to him, but he handled it with class. He handled it with dignity, and now he's reaping the benefits of it. Nick Capitos.
Coach, usually Brian Herber in that starting faceoff unit there, used to having their way with opposing teams, not so much today. You know, what did you see from the Delaware faceoff unit that caused you guys some problems, and how can you rectify that moving forward to the championship game?
Yeah, they did a great job. You know, Jake Hervada is one hell of a face-off guy. Their wing play is very good. Those guys have done an unbelievable job. I think Brian probably won a few draws, and we didn't come up with the ball on the wing play for him to maybe get the stat. But you know, he fought for us, and there was a couple of tie-ups, and Brian Herbert. Then we sent Chase in for two, and he just cleared Brian's head, and Chase gave him, you know, everything that they can handle, and we went back at it. Maybe for the first time all year, or one other time, Brian Herbert has been less than 50%. I'm okay with that. He's earned to have a day like that, and we're going to need him to be great on Saturday, whether we play Drexel or UMass. We'll see how that plays out, you know, in this upcoming game. JBD.
Hey, Coach, will we get to see a little bit of some more Sterling Ardrey? And I asked that question because he's actually been in the mix of quite a few Hofstra runs. He scored the second goal of the game today.
Yep. No, he's been great. And when we put him in situations for him to be great, he's unbelievable, right? It's that simple. Anytime we put Sterling out there, they put the pole on him, right? So we changed that up a little bit, and we got a mix and match, and it became a little bit of a chess match between us and Coach DeLuca and Coach Rakowski, who do a wonderful job with Delaware. And it's just, you know, at that moment in time, who's hot? You know, Ryan Sheridan, he was pretty warm today. Philbin was warm today. And again, you're going to see us mix and match midfields on Saturday as well. But certainly thrilled because regardless of who had the last goal, Sterling Ardrey, anybody that had one goal had a game-winning goal today for us.
If there are no more questions at this time, this concludes today's post-game press conference. Coach Tierney, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time.